Hi, I'm Stuart Andreason at the Atlanta Fed, and today we're here with Gayatri Agnew, who is the Director of Economic Opportunity for Walmart.org. Gayatri, thanks for joining us today and coming to talk a little bit about the Talent Finance Initiative and the report that's just been released.
Hi, Stuart. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me today.
So, Gayatri, the paper makes the case that the economy has changed and that the new economy really puts us in a position where we need to be thinking about how we fund and finance workforce development, education, training, and career preparation in the future. Can you give us just a little bit of a perspective from you and from Walmart about how you see the economy changing and what that means for funding and financing training today?
Gosh, that's a great question. Honestly, everyone at Walmart, especially in Walmart.org, is thrilled with the U.S. Chamber's initiative on talent financing. It's incredibly important that we start to recognize that the way that people move through work in the 21st century economy today is so different than the way they used to move through work, and the role of learning and upskilling has become so critical to one's ability to support themselves and their family and continue to grow a lifelong career. You used to go to college or go to a trade school, you'd learn a skill and you'd apply that skill over the course of your lifetime in a single job. And that's just not our reality today. That's no one's reality today. The reality is that people are changing jobs much more consistently and constantly, even if they're staying with the same company. They're needing to adapt and improve and upskill and learn. And all of that learning requires talent, financing capacity. So I think new innovations, public private partnerships, different ways of thinking about how you enable and facilitate lifelong learning versus just single instance learning is an incredibly important part of how we position for the future.
So, can you actually talk a little bit about some of Walmart's efforts to provide education and training to workers, particularly around like the Live Better You program? What were some of the things that brought the company there? What are some of the ways that you guys start to conceptualize and think about value when you think about the programs that you're providing for workers?
I think first and foremost, Walmart believes, and it is the reality of our business that our people make the difference. And so the investments we make as a company in our human capital are what allows our company to continue to grow and to perform the way that we are. And we believe that, and that's why we invest in the education and training of our people the way that we do. So to understand how we support the educational completion of our associates, formal educational completion, I first want to make sure I've shared about Walmart Academies. So, several years ago, Walmart started to scale a program called Walmart Academies. Walmart Academies are co-located schools with our stores, and so in 200 locations across the United States, we actually co-locate learning facilities physically alongside our stores. 70% of the time that students, Walmart associates, spend in the academy, they actually spend in practical application of skills. And then the other percent, they're in a digital learning environment, fully digital enabled learning environment, where they're actually in a classroom with their peers from across a region or a market, and they're learning. And so Walmart offers to all of our associates our Live Better You program, which provides hundreds of different learning opportunities for $1 a day to the associate. Walmart picks up the tuition, fees, and cost of books. We have programs that range from short term certificates offered through our learning partner, Purdue Global, to formal college degrees at places like University of Florida or Bellevue University. And then just this past summer, we actually brought online short-term certificates offered through Penn Foster that allow for a learner to upskill as a plumber or an HVAC professional. And I should say all of these learning experiences are accessed by our students through the Guild platform, which allows for a learning coach to be supportive of every student persisting through these educational opportunities. So what we've done is we've structured a learning experience that leverages the training that the associate is already getting within the company through the academies. We've given them credit for that training. We've underwritten the financial burden of cost of that training. And then we've also ensured that learners were supported in completion through that training. So it's an incredibly innovative model. And I think it's a model that, every employer is going to have to build a model that works for them based on their workforce, based on their workforce needs, and based on their future talent needs. But the idea that employers should be investing more in our people and in their education, training, and upskilling is a value that Walmart holds very dear and takes very seriously.
Gayatri, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing some of your thoughts and telling us a little bit about all the great things that are happening at Walmart and the way that you all are thinking about the future of funding and financing um, talent development. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Stuart. It's been a pleasure to talk with you today.